What's going on, Chad?
Not much.
So you know that we're going to be having panel meetings this week, right? I posted that on the stream.
I know that.
Okay. Well, yeah. Today and tomorrow are going to be like the last time frames for submission of the mandatory items. You know, if I don't get those things, like sent out and taken care of, like I can't schedule anybody for the meetings, and those typically they're about 15, maybe 20 minutes tops, and they go over everything that the students want to do while attending Job Corps, and you'll be able to discuss certain resources, assistance with CTS, or I mean, there's just too many items that could be situated within those meetings. If they don't have the presentation or the CTS questionnaire done, then they won't schedule anything for us. So where are you at with your questionnaire and your PowerPoint presentation?
Still working on it.
You gonna have it done by tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right. Well, tomorrow is the last day I can get students situated for that. So, but it's basically pushing it to the last minute, and if those people are able to conduct the meeting, then they will. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait till another session. But for the most part, if if you've already completed, see what you've got completed so far. Like anything that says mandatory, that's got to get done.
Okay.
So I already assigned each mandatory section right here. Those three, if you get those done, along with the distance virtual learning agreement. Now some of these are really easy. They're put here mainly for information, so you just have to read through them. Some of them may have very simple questions. But yeah, the outline itself. When I go back to so that's what I'm going to go over right now is the outline. If you follow that verbatim, step by step, you'll have everything done, and you won't have any worries after that. It'll give us enough assignments to give you the incentives. But basically, if you look at the organization of my assignments, the very the most important ones are at the top, and it's mandatory assignments. There's three of them there, and then the agreement that's singled out because that's from Mr. Gale and Miss Lane, and then you just go step by step each one. They'll say #005. But yeah. Did you have any questions about the presentation or anything related to the questionnaire?
No.
No, it's fairly simple. Um, I think the only problem students have is with the questionnaire is downloading it and saving it with their signature. Everything else gets populated as needed. So, looks like Mr. Milner's in this session. How you doing, Mr. Milner? Looks like he's going to be texting us. Oh, and what I also noticed, Chad, was if the way they are grading and situating the course is from like Monday through Wednesday. So you want to get a good portion of the work done during Monday and Tuesday. That way, I have enough time to grade everything. and get you the most incentives possible during those few days. Otherwise, I won't be able to grade certain items and give you credit for them. So that's a heads up, and I'm glad that you're here to hear that from me today, because a lot of my students, they will wait to the last minute and not not reach their incentives, which if you need the money or whatever they're providing, I want to say are gift cards. That would be something for you, and like if you need something extra, back at the house or whatnot. All right, I'm gonna get started real quick. Get a glass, drink of water real quick. Hope you're staying hydrated out there because it's kind of hot over here. All right, so it's officially 2:01. I gave the rest of the students a few more, a little bit more time. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my session. It is Monday, the 10th, 2:01 p.m. So I'm going to be going over the outline again for this week, making it understood that everyone's going to have to turn in each and every one of these mandatory assignments, which will conclude either Wednesday or Friday a panel meeting between 1 and 4. I certainly will need everyone to turn in and have everything submitted related to these mandatory assignments Tuesday. I'm going to say the latest. I'm going to say the latest Tuesday, like 1 p.m. I would prefer it a lot earlier than that, but that's as far as I can go without, making any mistakes on anything, because I have to make sure everything is fully detailed and processed to one CTS, and then also to each and every one of the Grad 90 coordinators. So with that in mind, I'm going to go through each and every aspect of the outline and then move into the CTS guideline. So the hashtag 001 verifying address, very simple assignment, nothing hard here. It's just examples, proof of residency. What I certainly recommend is the utility bill or other type of bill. It may not have your name on it, but as long as it has the full complete address of where you live, I do believe that should work. So submitting that, you could take a photo of it with your phone and basically email it to me or submit it to the Google Classroom G Suite. Very simple assignment. Get your credit there. The next item would be the transition questionnaire student information, which is mandatory as well. You want to clearly use fill and sign with these forms. If you plan to print it out, you definitely want to scan it with your phone or take it someplace to where it can get scanned, even possibly with CAM scanner, or I believe there's Adobe Scan that you can utilize. Very efficient application with phones or tablets. What I essentially need from this area is to have it completely filled out, and then it needs to go to the CTS provider, CC the 3 individuals, and then also uploaded to the classroom for credit. Now, if you're going to be utilizing the app, I highly recommend that you fill out everything first and then do your signatures. Included a budget calculation, plan, declaration, release of information, and log. This is going to be extremely important for the CTS provider, so that way they know and how to facilitate the help for each and every student, because it's going to be different for each person. All right, so also noted here, is that you'll need the following items to be built or created: the workintexas.com, monster.com, indeed.com. In this section, you're definitely going to want to create the profile, get the username and password saved, because a lot of this information is going to go to the last section of the questionnaire. What I recommend is once you've created the profile and you've done this assignment, you may keep the Windows open or app until you have help you finalize a resume, but we have to utilize the application that is provided for us within the resume building assignment. So bear that in mind. All right, the Grad 90 presentation, also mandatory. If students were having problems with this, I certainly could make accommodations. Very simple, simplistic is I've seen students take a blank, we'll say a blank white canvas, and they'll screenshot their information and utilize like Apple phone allows you to do text messages and such and input your information there. That's very creative, but for the purposes of doing this 150% correct, because this is a tool that implements your career plan specifications. It references all the information related to your transition services. This very important assignment. I don't have the words to actually express this, but it is extremely important. So that's why I do ask to do your best when creating this, so that way I can help you find that transition service or that resource to benefit you and get you the career that you want. Otherwise, it's kind of like one of those backburning situations where you're not really sure where the student wants to go with their career plans, and you're locked into something that you really don't want. So with this, specify all the information related, because it has an existing example. You may utilize Google Slides, Microsoft PowerPoint tool, Microsoft PowerPoint app. But it's extremely important that you put your best effort into completing this assignment. I do note there that if you need accommodations, they are there. I can help you with that. But this assignment has to be uploaded to the classroom or emailed back to me, not shared to the Google Drive that's associated to my classroom. So just do your best, the best that you can with it, even if it's writing it on a piece of paper, very nice and neatly. We'll find a way to get it scanned in and sent out to us. I just got to make sure that this essentially has every aspect of your plans, and it's done correctly, whether it's using those applications or you're using blank sheets of paper that we can maybe take photos of or scan in somehow or another. But bear in mind that this has to be uploaded within the assignment of my classroom, or it has to be emailed back to me. All right. Next item, 004 hashtag. It's going to be the distance virtual learning agreement. I would assume that this is something that I think everybody can do, fairly quickly. If you've already done this for a different class, what I would suggest is if you already emailed it to a certain person, you find that email and you forward that particular email to me, so that way I can help you upload it to the classroom. But basically, if this is new to you, you haven't done one yet, I would recommend either printing it out, signing it, and then scanning it with your phone to email back to me, or you're going to utilize the PDF form that is associated to the classroom assignment. You'll download it to your phone, sign it electronically, and then you'll either email it back to me or upload it to the classroom. Extremely important. This is not my assignment. This goes back to my leadership and their leadership. So bear that in mind as well. So the next item on the board is the hashtag 005, the CTS guide. Very simple, simplistic information right here. I'll go into this after I finish the outline. This is something I think everybody needs to just read, but I'll definitely go through this fairly quickly towards the end of my session. Another easy assignment. These are associated to Google Forms. All I ask is that you put into your information the best that you can within this with this assignment. Make sure that you screenshot the last page, confirming that it was complete, and upload to the classroom. What may need to be done associated with this assignment, if you're using a telephone to answer the questions, is you may need to download the Google Form app if it allows you to do that. Another thing is if for some reason you're not getting it, maybe I can send you a link somehow or another, but we got to get these done as quickly as possible. Those can be done after the mandatory assignments are complete. Let's see. The 3-second elevator pitch. That's one of my favorites. All I ask is that you do follow the directions given within the classroom. I do require that this will be submitted as a video assignment, so that way I can critique on how you are doing your pitch and make minor, guess you would say, minor corrections to it. I definitely want this to be something that is fun, something that you can utilize in the near future whenever you are out and about. You could be introducing yourself in a certain way, in your own way, given that I help you modify the pitch just a little bit. You can utilize this within, let's say you're at a grocery store or you're at a gas station, you're somewhere where, given the opportunity, you could introduce yourself and pitch yourself for a particular position or job, or perhaps even get information for a company that may be hiring. Very important assignment here. All I ask is that you follow the directions, allow me to make some minor corrections, and we'll move on. So that way, one, you have this underneath your belt as a skill and as a tool to help you within your future. All right, moving on. SMART goals. Another simplified assignment. All I ask is that you screenshot the last page. Make sure you upload it to the classroom, and press the turned in button. Hey Chad, the turned in button, it's not too hard to find, right, on your end? Are you able to hear me?
Huh?
The turned in button, whenever you're submitting,
Yeah.
it's not too hard to find, right? Because a lot of times that's a big thing. I end up having to go through everything. Anyhow, I'll ask you after the session. All right, so the career profile point, part 1 and 2, make sure you guys are screenshotting the last page upon the completion and upload to the classroom. Make sure you guys are also pressing the turned in button. If you have any problems with that or finding it, please let me know.
All right.
Let's see. Definitely 12 and 2 and 14. Those are some good assignments to consider for later in the week if you haven't done those. What I would suggest is using the Google Doc for the No More 0 days. It's very, very simple. Very simple assignment. Just got to make sure that you use a Google document to to support your work or submit your work. Let's see, within the resume templates, if you don't like any of those templates there, what I recommend is that you use 0014, the resume builder resume assignment, and use Credle. That's a very good app to use. It is so easy.
A while back.
You did it a while back?
Yeah, I have a resume that I used to get some jobs when I got out.
Now this one it covers everything, including your cover letter, which, man, that makes it very simplified. I like that. So yeah, if you happen to see that you like the Credle assignment a little bit, the Credle app to be more useful, definitely use that. The resume template is, if for whatever reason, you don't have the capability to download the app Credle. There's a simplified version of the resume template there. All right, so just to reiterate and cover it again, is if you use the Credle app, make sure you also put that resume in the resume template section, and turn it in, because that's another assignment that you complete. Let's see. So 0015, the cover letter, thank you letter, and reference page. There are very simplified examples that I've already provided. Highly recommend you use those and submit them, here, as well as the exit assignment. The LinkedIn assignment is another very simple assignment that I've created. What I suggest here is that you create your profile and upload your resume from Credle. Once I've looked over your resume, and you'll basically have the profile set up, and hopefully your resume will be done to where we can utilize it within LinkedIn, and it will basically set up your whole LinkedIn profile, hopefully. I also recommend that once you have that resume completed and it's finalized, that you go back to Work in Texas, Monster.com, and Indeed, and upload it each to the separate sites. All right, moving on, the interview questions. Now, they're a simplified Google form. All you got to do is answer the questions. Make sure you screenshot the last page that is completed. Upload it to the assignment. Upload the assignment to the classroom, and press the turned in button. Now, next assignment, very simplified as well, is more informative than anything. It's just going over the interview section of my course. It's a presentation. I do have questions associated, but it may come in the form of the daily check-ins / participations assignments every day. So that may be the area that you want to look over periodically, so that way you're able to answer the questions that I associate to those daily check-ins. I will more than likely go over this interview session probably on Wednesday. But if anything, that's probably going to be the only day I'll have open for that assignment. Next assignment is the behavior interview questions. Very simplified. Just got to go through those. Has all the information built into the form. Make sure that once you are complete with the assignment, that you screenshot the page, upload it to the classroom, and certainly press the turned in button. Typing assignment, very simple there. Just screenshot once completed and upload to the classroom, and also press the turned in button. Same thing with the healthy eating, and associating that with the Google document uploading it to the classroom. Personal budget. I do believe this is the one that is um, provided that you do it. It is it grants you two assignments in one. You want to complete this via Google document to submit, and then press the turned in button. All right, 0023 job search log using Google Maps. Very useful tool. All I ask is that once you've done your search for your particular area, is that you screenshot the Google Maps search, fill out the log that is complete, and upload it to the classroom and press the turned in button. Same thing here, the skill trade jobs. This is an application. If you actually go through it, it's a very this is an actual application for a job. I do believe this one has jobs related to all the trades that I cover related to construction and material handling. Once you complete this, if you decide you want to do it, all I ask is that you screenshot it once it's complete and upload it to the classroom and press the turned in button. Last but not least, it's the exit assignment, which is very absolutely mandatory. This is where you upload the final copy of your portfolio info. This is your final resume. This is your final cover letter. This is your final thank you letter and final reference page. Once this is turned in, assuming that you've had your panel meeting and you turned in all the mandatory assignments, guess what? This will be your exiting assignment that I verify. It's very easy. You essentially would have done all the assignments prior, and I would have already verified them. And basically, after this is done, you're good to exit my course. You'll have everything recorded with me, as well as your grad 90 coordinator, and we'll be moving on to the next part of your career path. All right. So let's see. Oh, we got enough time to do the next part. So I don't know if everyone has had a chance to go through this yet. Has a bunch of useful tools associated. So I would have had this a long time ago. This would have made my job a lot easier. Basically, it's a welcome in this section. Discusses various parts of military or magic, advanced trade, job, trade match, apprenticeship, and college. Provided that you do open this within the classroom, within like Wi-Fi or some type of service, you can click on any one of these highlighted areas, and I did not know you weren't able to. Were you able to see this information prior?
Yeah,
That would
I think
help.
so.
Okay. Well, provided that you are opening this with a certain device that allows you to connect to the internet, it has all these links associated for each military area or military branch a person could consider. It goes through various advanced training options. I'm actually in the process of creating a advanced training video that covers all the training, which is virtual right now. I think that's a very useful tool. Makes it simplified when trying to gain knowledge about what trades are available currently. This particular area associated. If you want more information or you want to submit an application, I know I can help students with doing the application, or if you've completed it already with someone, you would want to communicate with Miss Georgia Cheatham, which is my partner within my course. She is one of the staff members that would be within the panel meeting. She will be recording all the data for us and making sure that your career plans are met along with your transition services. All right. Another useful part that has been associated to this is different types of employers associated. Um, if you click on one of these, it will take you to a work page that has all their information that you can. I believe it has like email information, telephone, job description, stuff like that. Uh, if you're in the area specified for these particular jobs, note that if they're in blue, the hyperlink does work. I'll go ahead and check that right now. Let's see. Let's try HVAC. All right. So should essentially take you um, to the drive, hopefully. And it populates um, with the company's information, who to contact and what it offers and so forth, the qualifications, the coverage area and so forth. So a very useful tool, just something that we have to be aware of. This one. So the blue hyper apprenticeship area, I do believe this one had a hyperlink. In any case, I can find more information related to the apprenticeships that are associated and um, probably make a certain section of the classwork purely associated to apprenticeship. But yeah, I thought we had this as a section that had a hyperlink, but it doesn't look like it's working right now. Anyhow, the next section will be related to college. These hyperlinks do work. It takes you to FAFSA assistance, college choice, and how to apply. More useful information related to grad 90 coordinator, CTS providers. Let's see. All right, so it takes you to the directory. Um, that's if in the event you're not able to access it through what I've provided. I do believe I already have the poster. I may need to upload a CTR and CTS directory, but for the most part, everyone should have their contact information that I gave through their student email or job board email. You should have the point of contact or your CTS contact information and the CTR grad 90 coordinator information, as well as the CTS supervisor and manager information. That should all have been on the stat report that was sent to you, once again, to your student email. All right. All right, and again, at the end of this last page, it does associate my supervisor as well as the supervisor for the manager, CTS manager, excuse me, for CTS. So yeah, very simplified information. It made it a lot easier for us. And if there's any clarification that needs to go over, on this, certainly let me know. But you should have all the contact information necessary for transition. Um, and if in the event that there's something missing or services are needed or requested for a certain item, just certainly let me know, and I'll do my best to take care of it as we go.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. Hey, by chance, did you receive? Were you able to go through any of the incentive flyers that were posted to the classroom?
Not yet.
Yeah, I recommend it because like this one right here, I believe this one. Heck, I wish I could do this. But there's like all these students that we haven't been able to contact.
Yeah, I don't know any of them.
Yeah. Well, if you know anybody that knows some of these, I'd recommend sharing the info with them. Along with that, there's another area that has more student information. So yeah, I mean, even if you don't, let's say you don't know any of these students, but you know somebody else might, maybe, if you're coordinating the information to those folks, we can probably provide an incentive to you some way or another. By chance, um, are you going to be okay? Let me rephrase that. For Wednesday or Friday, I'm assuming because I'm going to try to get my schedule situated by like first thing in the morning, Wednesday. Probably send it out Wednesday morning. Because I'm thinking if you don't have your presentation done by today or tomorrow, I may just have everyone do their panels on Friday. I would just hate for it to be not accommodating for you or for the other individuals. But just so that way I ask, would you be are you going to be available each one of those days pending, let's say the outcome is you're available but a certain person is not available on Wednesday, they're only available on Friday. I just want to make sure you have some flexibility there, between 1 and 4 o'clock, Wednesday or Friday. Like I said, I'm going to try to get the schedule done and sent out. But if it's not sent out before Wednesday, then I'm not going to be able to schedule anybody for Wednesday. It'll be pending for Friday. So I'm assuming you don't have anything going on Friday.
Oh, I got work on Friday.
Friday during what time?
It's like 3 to 10 o'clock. Sure.
Okay. So then on Wednesday, so then I'm gonna have to get you situated for Wednesday. So I would suggest working on your mandatory assignments for 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 the majority of today. And as soon as you submit the CTS, you send that out and then submit it to the classroom. Let me know. That way I can start preparing to look for your presentation. I can share that to the grad 90 coordinator, and then can also confirm that you're ready to have your scheduled meeting for Wednesday. So yeah, definitely get with me. Ugh, hopefully you'll have that stuff submitted um, first thing in the morning Tuesday. So if you can get those mandatory items done and submitted by first thing in the morning Tuesday, then you'll make my life a lot easier. I'll put it that way. You got any questions before we sign out?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to officially communicate a possible panel for you on Wednesday. It's not going to harm your situation for graduation, or it's like I said, it's more than anything, it's gathering all your career path essential information, putting for CTF and then also CTR, so that way you as much as we can while we have you here before you transition out. Once everything's said and done, CTS has all your information. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I will certainly keep in touch. I do believe I do believe I have your cell phone number. It's that 936 306 number. Um, I'll send you a text message. That way, if anything pops up between now and tomorrow, first thing in the morning tomorrow, I'll have at least a heads up. But I'm really hoping that I can get you panels Wednesday, so that way it's said and done, and then you can focus in on completing the course, and you'll be set up for your career plans, going from here and beyond. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, pleasure having you in the classroom. You have yourself a good afternoon. Bye bye now.
Bye.